Hepinize selamlar dostlarım. Yeni bir trailer inceleme tepki videosuyla daha karşınıza geldim. Bugün sırada The Blood of Dawnwalker var. Şuraya kapatalım. Bir 15 saniye oldu başlayalı. Ben biraz geç kaldım ama şöyle biraz ileriye sarak ve başlasın bakalım.
Peggy 18.
Bize neler gösterecek?
I want you to watch.
Alt yazımız var mı? Allah'ınıza kurban, resmi Türkçe var.
Every story begins somewhere.
It's a world.
Bugün herhalde çıkış tarihini açıklayacaklar.
What did you do to me?
Şimdiye kadarki en önemli etkinliğimiz. Onur Engin 5. The Blood of Dawnwalker. Bandai Namco Rebel Wolves.
Hi everyone and welcome to the Blood
Dominica.
of Dawnwalker's most important stream to date. My name is Dominica and I'm the community lead here at Rebel Wolves, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, a streamer, YouTuber and content creator, Lionheart.
Thank you so much, Dominica, and hello everybody. It is so nice to be back here at the Rebel Wolves studio, especially as we have so many amazing things to share with everyone today.
Hadi bakalım.
Oh, we
Yapıştır
do have
baba.
so many. It's finally time to share more light on the release of the game, and yeah, I cannot wait to see everyone's
En yüksek
reactions.
koymuş.
Speaking of everyone, of course, that means you at home. We want to start with a huge
Thank
thank
you,
you
bro.
for joining us while we're streaming today, and for those of you that are co-streaming to your own communities. We really appreciate it. But before we get into what's coming today, there is a chance that it might be some people's first time at a Blood of Dawnwalker stream. So, Dominica, can you tell us what the Blood of Dawnwalker is all about?
Yes, of course, the Blood of Dawnwalker is the first chapter of a brand new RPG saga created by us here at Rebels. It's a dark fantasy, narrative-driven, epic adventure set in medieval Europe with a supernatural twist. So you can expect some meaningful stories, a rich open world, tough choices to make, strong characters, and of course, vampires and other creatures of the night lurking in the shadows.
Well, they're always lurking, those creatures of the night, but how about we give you that quick overview of what's happening on today's stream? We're going to start off with some brand new gameplay footage, right?
That's right, a first look at some brand new footage focusing on the many cool features waiting for you in the open world of the Blood of Dawnwalker. Everything recorded in engine, on PC, on the latest build, and we're really excited to show you how far the game has come as we're getting ready for the
Sağlam
launch.
grafikleri göreceğiz demek.
Speaking of getting ready for the launch, there is a big thing that you're going to need, and we are going to share with you the next content. It is a story trailer for the Blood of Dawnwalker, and it does include one very vital piece of information, right?
Yes, the one thing that I know
çıkış tarihi
everyone
mi?
here is waiting for, the release date. I just need to keep my lips sealed for a few more minutes, and then it's finally all out in the open. We won't be keeping you in uncertainty until the end of the stream.
No, we won't tease you forever, but you may think that's already a lot. We have even more coming your way. We're going to be talking about the tech requirements for playing and having some of the Rebel Wolves devs dive deeper into the open world of the game too. But I mean, it
Yapıştır
wouldn't be a
gelsin reis.
Dawnwalker stream if we didn't have one of those special music performances, right?
Tabii
Yes,
ki.
and some surprises, maybe some behind-the-scenes action as well.
Yes, that video is really cool. You definitely want to stick around to the end, but I'm not going to spoil a single bit of it. We're also going to be taking a look inside the box of the Blood of Dawnwalker, including the collector's edition of the game as well.
That's a lot of exciting stuff we have been so looking forward to sharing with you. So let's not prolong the intro anymore. Let's jump straight into our newest gameplay video. Enjoy.
Hadi bakalım. Yeni gameplay nasıl
Peggy
olmuş?
18.
Yine son
Hi,
sürüme yakındı.
my name is Ariana Sharkiewicz and I'm one of the writers at Rebel
Ariana.
Wolves. Over
Bak,
the past
PC'de de
few months,
kaydedilmiş
we've
ya,
shared
belli.
quite a lot
Grafikleri
about
iyi.
the game's story. Today,
Beta.
we'll give you a glimpse of the activities our human by day, vampire by night
Cohen.
protagonist Cohen can take on
Can
while
barı,
exploring the open world.
Yiyecekler biraz daha
We start
toparlanmışlar.
at night in our vampiric form,
Görevler yeri
heading toward a vantage
aynı.
point to get a
Harita
better
kısmı
sense
biraz
of
daha
our surroundings.
orta çağa uygun olmuş. Tatlı bir
Reaching
duruşu
a
var.
vantage point reveals nearby opportunities and helps us plan our next steps.
Duvarda yürürken enerji barımız düşmeye başlıyor. Beta ise artık bitişe yaklaşık galiba.
Just gorgeous. Few brave these woods. Folks say they're chock full of monsters. Village of R.P.G.
Harita fazla büyük değil belli.
Cauldron's family's land.
Dağlar çünkü sınır. Bu da yine kale mi?
R.P.G monastery. Its best days are long behind it. I don't think I'll find anything else here.
Uçabiliyoruz mu?
Let's open the map and check nearby points of interest.
Aha, biraz da
Some
Kingdom.
are tied to Brancis's officers. More on them shortly. Others to hidden mysteries,
Kingdom
haunted
Come'un haritası
sites,
gibi biraz.
and shrines
Ama
used for
ona göre
fast
daha
travel,
bir şey.
which can also serve as quest objectives.
Kalitesiz. Kingdom Come'unki biraz daha şey.
Let's mark
Gerçi yine
one
bu beta
and
da.
head there.
Oho, inerken enerji kaybetmiyoruz. Ama tırmanırken kaybediyoruz. Uçabilseydin iyi olurdu aslında. Vampir değil misin sen
Early
ya?
in
Az
the
buçuk
game,
yarasa
we can
marasa
unlock a
kanatlarını
perk that
açsa.
allows us to transform
Gerçi biraz
into a wolf
Crimson
and
Desert
move
gibi olurdu.
faster at night.
Aha,
It's
burada
quicker
olabiliyor
and
musunuz?
more agile, though it comes with some limitations.
Tamam da vampirlikle
There's
kurt
also
ne
a
alaka?
daytime equivalent,
Anlamadım.
but more on that later.
What was that? Is someone in trouble?
It looks like we've come across a group in need of help. Whether we intervene is up to us, and both choices can lead to
Tutalım.
unexpected outcomes. We began with death from above, allowing us to quickly eliminate an unsuspecting enemy and gain the upper hand from the start. We have incorporated community feedback, and now there is no need to open the skill wheel to select a previously assigned ability. Instead, we can use quick selection.
I thought I was done for. Done for.
So did I, to be fair. Wasn't sure I'd get you out of this in time.
But you did. Bless you. Bless you.
Sounds
For
woman.
now, we need to recover. As a vampire, we restore health by feeding. Human blood is most effective, but in this case, we rely on animals. It's less
Oh.
efficient, but it will do.
Lan niye öldürdüm
Feeding
hayvanı lan?
increases our corruption level. It's shown next to the health bar at the bottom of the screen. The higher the corruption level, the more vampiric perks are unlocked for purchase. Nearby points of interest are marked on the map and indicated on the compass at the top of the screen.
Ya önüme
Let's head
gelen
to the
oyunun
shrine.
ilk başında herkesi kanlı içerisinde
Here's the
alacak.
shrine. Damaged, so we can't use it yet.
Desecrated. Looks like the shrine's missing its heart. But maybe I could restore it.
Witcher duyuları gibi duyularımız
They're
var.
fresh.
Ama vampirden olduğu için.
There's a trail nearby. Let's follow it.
Bu izler bizi nereye götürüyor? Aha bir çadır bulduk.
A group of Brancis's soldiers has set up camp.
Öldürün.
Let's clear them out.
Gel lan buraya. İç kanını iç.
Voracious Bite allows us to drink blood
Hiç
from an
bırakma.
unsuspecting enemy and gain the upper hand at the beginning of combat.
Dibine kadar
But
iç.
we're not able to drain this enemy fully as his comrades quickly come to his aid.
Gördüler için saldırdılar bize, o yüzden içemedik. Al gitti bacım.
We use Piercing Shriek to briefly stun the weaker opponent, giving us an
Oh.
opportunity to take on his commander.
Bundan da
When an enemy
ayrı
blocks
video.
and interrupts our attack chain, we can use Charge to prevent a counterattack.
Şimdi bütçeyi bitir önce ha.
Voracious
Oh,
Bite can also be used during combat as an active perk, allowing us to regenerate some health.
Hope word of this reaches your master.
Güzel bir ara gitmez.
With the camp destroyed, our infamy increases. More
Bu iyi bir
about
şey ha.
this in a moment.
Bu bize daha çok
Let's collect
peşimizde
our
adam
loot.
taşır.
We've found the shrine's missing heart, along with a manual that unlocks a new perk, Precision. Let's open our inventory and head to the Recipes tab. As I mentioned, the manual unlocks a new perk called Precision. Once we read it, it becomes available in the
XP,
character
haritalar,
tab.
ayarlar,
Let's go there.
çantamız,
The exclamation mark indicates that a new
yetenek
perk is available,
ağaçlarımız.
but we can't purchase it yet. Perks can only be acquired at a shrine by spending experience points, which are earned by completing objectives. And since we've just finished one, we should be good to go. We've also found the shrine's missing heart.
Kurttan başka bir şeye dönüşemeyiz orada.
Let's head back.
Şimdilik. Aslında bir tane de uçan bir şey olsa iyi olurdu ama. Bir saate restoran alıyormuş.
You're welcome.
Rica ederim.
With the heart restored, the shrine is rebuilt. We
Yok,
can
güzel.
now use it. Let's start with the perks menu. In the sword
Mabetleri
master
onarınca hızlı
abilities,
seyahat
we
ediyoruz.
find precision now available for purchase. As you can see, it costs both experience points and a time segment, indicated by the hourglass icon. Let's learn it. Now let's take a look at the Vrakiri perks. With our corruption level increased and another experience point available, we can unlock new abilities, again marked with an exclamation point. The corruption level required to purchase a perk is indicated in the tooltip on the right side of the screen. Let's purchase one. Time passes as we acquire new perks. The night comes to an end, the sun rises, and a new day begins. Along with a new edict.
Neymiş o?
Edicts are tied to the infamous system we mentioned earlier.
Hadi.
Several have already been proclaimed since the
Bransis'in
start of our journey.
kumandanları ve onun da
The higher our
bunların
infamy,
kumandanları.
the harsher the edicts, and the more challenging the world becomes. It's a sign that Bransis is vigilant and reacts to our actions in Vales and Gora. Infamy reflects how much we disrupt the operations of Bransis's followers. Let's take a closer look at one of his officers, Ambras. In the right corner of the
Ambras?
screen, we can see his level of aggression towards us. When it reaches its peak, a new
O
quest line is
şövalye
unlocked,
vampir.
influencing the story and shaping our future confrontation with Bransis. As you can see, multiple open world activities are tied to Ambras, all connected to his operations. Let's go back to the map to mark one of them, and then let's head there.
Fast travel. Harita tasarımı kötüymüş ya. Ne yapacak bu şey? Belki düzeltilir o zaman.
We've arrived near one of Ambros's warehouses, storing blood supplies.
Killed.
Go back where you came from.
I don't.
Time to restore the order.
Gel bakalım buraya.
Charge
Düzeni
is an
sağla
ability
bakalım.
shared between human and vampire forms. This enemy was weak enough to stun them with it.
Ambras
The
neredesin lan?
Vrakiri store blood in places like this.
Pardon, Vakir. Ambras bunun
Ambros
kumandanıydı.
is responsible for keeping it safe. Oh, but we're not going to make his job any easier.
Yapma öyle.
Another
Gülme.
group of soldiers stands in our way.
Hadi bakayım.
We open with Broad Swing to weaken as many opponents as possible. Then follow up with Burning Blood, which briefly staggers the enemy and applies a damage over time effect.
Bosslarda da işe yarıyor değil mi bu yetenekler?
What do we have here?
The prisoner's fate is grim. Their blood is drained, then stored in places like this, where it
Yakalım
awaits
burayı.
distribution to Bransis and his officers.
Destroyer. Collect neydi lan? Hepsini stoklayabiliriz ha. Çünkü bunu biz de içiyoruz. Tarumar etti buralar.
Feels nice. Hitting them where it hurts.
Hepsini biz isteydik daha iyiydi. Nasıl olsa bizim de işimize yarıyor. Bunu yapmak bize ne kazandırdı?
With the supplies destroyed, our infamy rises again.
Ya da bunun
We've
bize bir
disrupted
dönüş olması
Umbris's
lazım.
operations enough for now. Let's move on to another point of interest, a haunted site. Earlier we showed you how we can move faster at night by transforming into a wolf. To increase our speed during the day, we can unlock a hex called Mercurial Fervor. Haunted
Gündüzleri
sites are
kurtulamıyoruz.
only accessible during the day, as they require blood magic, unavailable in vampiric form. Defeating them strengthens our magical abilities, but also puts our combat skills to the test.
The spirits here are restless. Perhaps I could help them somehow.
Da bir huzursuz ruh varmış. Geldi. Sana yardıma geldik buraya. Bunlar Eylül olmuş.
All of the enemies are nicely grouped together. It's a perfect opportunity to use Ravenous Flock, a perk that damages opponents in an area twice. First on activation, and then in the follow-up attack.
Oo, ablam tek attı be. Neredeyse öldürüyordu bizi. Vay, bir şeyler gördük.
The enemies are defeated, so let's collect our loot.
Böyle alıtlıyoruz.
These haunted sites may reward us with ancient texts, allowing Cohen to become an even more powerful wielder of magic.
Söylemesi güzel.
And that's just a brief look at open world activities. Many more await, often tying back to the main objective and opening up new storylines along the
Nasıl
way.
ya? Başka yok mu? Ya bacım. Bitirdin yani. Hadi bakalım. Şimdi müzik mi var
Welcome
sırada?
back, everybody, and I am so excited that you finally got to see more of the game's open world. All those little flavors that you've just got to see, whether that's the shrines that you now know about or the vistas that open up areas on the map. It is so cool. And that Brent's click also, the quests that they have out in the world are going to impact things.
Yes, yes. Everything you do in the open world influences the story, your story. So you can work your way into breaking up Brancis's network of allies if you want. It comes with some risks, but also, you know, might offer some interesting rewards. So you'll need to decide how to approach that.
Well, I love it when my decisions actually make an impact in a game. I mean, to ruffle their feathers or to not ruffle their feathers. That is the question. And yes, I probably could be more English, thank you for checking. But one thing I did see in there, more important than my Shakespearean skills, Cohen can turn into a wolf. How cool's that?
I know, right? It is our nod to the original Dracula novel and to our team, of course, our wolf pack.
That makes sense. I mean, I now understand why there
mantıklıymış.
isn't a horse, and it's great to see a nod to the wolf
Ben
pack
diyecektim,
as well.
vampirle kurt ne
But isn't
alaka?
the only ability we just got a glimpse of. We saw different vampiric and magical abilities that players can use as well.
Yeah, many of them can be discovered by exploring hidden, mysterious places, finding forgotten books. You can uncover the lost past, learn its secrets, and use those secrets to your advantage.
I really love that the system isn't linear when you're learning skills. It isn't just get experience, get skill point. I'm going to be rewarded for exploring the world. That feels so cool. I can't wait to go all over Vale Sangora and try and find every single one of them.
Well, I know you will be doing that, I know. And it is fun, trust me. Anyway, I think it is time for the most important part of today's stream, the Blood of Dawnwalker
Aha.
story trailer. See you on the other side.
Yapıştır Dominika.
Peggy 18.
Bakalım neymiş. Cohen.
I want you to watch.
What did you do to me? are they? Where are my family?
Jesus. The coronation. It's in 30 days.
So Princess wants to be a prince now. And mark the occasion with my family's blood.
Princess will rip you to shreds. There might be another way. If you are to stand a chance, you need to prepare. You need to take risks. Find allies.
I have no love for Princess's regime. He is a vile monster.
Some have already taken up arms, haven't they?
A Vrakir joining the rebellion? Are you serious? What on earth are you?
It's as if the Vrakir in you is dormant during the day and awakens with nightfall.
You're not the only one wanting to see Princess turn to ash. We're in for a rough time. Follow me and do your best to survive.
It's easy to go a step too far. Go down a path you can't turn back from.
I think it's high time you tell me what the hell is going on.
In the end, it's every man for himself.
As I see it, we're both far beyond redemption.
Doesn't mean we should kill people on a whim. I'm just trying to save my family.
Good. Bad. Fairy tales. People tell themselves to preserve their sanity.
Eylül 2000. Aha, bu aylar
We're back
2026'da
and
geliyor.
we've got the release date.
We have the release date.
Lan bir hafta sonra
Mark
Stadyum'da
your
doğum günümde.
calendars. It's only 4 months away.
4 months is not a long time. It's going to be here before we know it. And that trailer, it was absolutely packed. I can already imagine everybody screenshotting, going over and analyzing it on Discord and Reddit. I can't wait to read through those later.
There is a lot to unpack there, that's true. And our devs will actually dive a bit deeper into it in a moment as well.
Fair enough. Well, I won't steal their thunder. Remember, that release date is September 3rd, 2026. Don't forget it, write it down. But we have some more information that you might need that you've been waiting for, and that is the technical requirements.
Let's do that. Let's put up that nice infographic made by Mateusz, our amazing graphic designer, and show it to everyone. Okay, so we can see the minimum requirements.
Bir dakika, burada durduracağım. Bir görek bağım. Ultra'da, 2K'da benimki yer. Parçalar, tamam.
Everything you need to run the Blood of Dawnwalker on your PC, the recommended requirements that we feel will provide you with a great experience, and of course, Ultra for the highest settings.
Of course, and we still have so many other important things to share with you as well, including the contents of the different game editions. But before we do that, I know you want to hear more from those Rebel Wolves devs, so we're going to see where they're exploring today.
Yes, let's give the floor to Daria Berizavada, our lead gameplay animator, and Piotr Kucharski, our writer, who will tell you more about what you, as a player, can expect to see and do in the open world of Sangora.
Ah, but it's not just them, right?
There's also Dorota Rutkowska, our producer, and Maciej Wiśniewski, senior level designer, who will give you a bit more insight into how that open world came to life. Okay, guys, take it away.
İnan GTA'dan 2 ay önce, eğer GTA ertelenmezse 2 ay önce zaten millet GTA'ya hazırlık yapacağı için bir ihtimal yine satar. Ama bir ihtimal de millet o an GTA, çünkü sürekli gameplay, oyunlar yayınlayacağı için inşallah arada unutulup gitmez. Yani oyuna bence bir şans verilmeli. Hem de Türkçe dili destekli. Oyun ekibi, Türkçe Oyun Seferi ekibi ve Mustafa sağ olsun epey bir oyunu Türkçe yapmada onların emeği de var. Nereye gidiyorsunuz kral siz burada? Stories Enter Capture 1. Ama daha oyunun bence daha geliştirilmesi gerek gibime geliyor. Çünkü grafikler daha bu haliyle biraz şey duruyor daha yani çevre detayları falan daha biraz tam
Every story
yapılmamış
begins
gibi.
somewhere.
Tabii daha 6 aydan
And this
var.
time, we wanted to take you on a journey to one of the places that inspired us while creating the world of the Dawnwalker. The majestic Polish
Acaba oyun bir
mountains.
üçleme falan mı olacak yoksa tek bir oyun mu olacak?
Its scale and freedom that makes me think that this is the best spot to talk about our open world.
Yeah, totally. And you can feel very similar feeling while walking through Velsangora, because you can feel the grandeur of the mountains, right?
Of course, and you know, when creating the world, we wanted to make it as familiar as possible, but also distinct. So, you know, the players could really admire it. There is the beauty, and underneath the beauty, there is life, there are mysteries, and of course, there are hidden threats. So, day and night, just like playing as a vampire or a human, they both offer engaging experiences, but ones that will differ. So we will meet different creatures, different challenges, and of course there will be different opportunities waiting for you.
Yeah, but there's something to be found pretty much everywhere, right?
You bet. And what I, as a writer, really love about our open world is that it is equally supported both by lore and gameplay. So there is an explanation behind everything that you will see. For example, there are those little shrines next to the road, and of course there is a narrative explanation behind them. They were erected to resemble Francis, to strengthen the perception of him as the Lord of the Valley.
Yeah, those shrines and some new frescoes and some of those coins that he minted with the coat of his arms. That was brilliant. He did think of everything. And it's interesting with vampires, or Valkyrie as people call them in our game. Because they don't care about money, do they?
No,
the
they
only
don't,
thing
no.
that is important to them is the blood taxation.
Exactly. You know, on one hand, they are monsters. They demand blood. They overtook the valley by force.
Yeah.
They reshaped religion so it suits their needs. On the other hand, if you look closely, you can say that their rule doesn't really differ much from what the mortal lords before them were doing, before the Valkyrie took over.
Yeah, it is really interesting because, like, vampires, they think of themselves as superior beings. Like, humans are just like animals to them. They're like herd. But it's also interesting that if you have a herd, you need to take care of it. So if they want humans to be used properly, they want them healthy, they want them strong, so they need to take care of them, right?
Yeah, it is a very interesting aspect of our open world. Vampires give blood to humans as well. So the inhabitants of the valley, they are healthier. Their children are both stronger. And on the other hand, it raises the question about the morality of this world. To what extent are the monsters really monsters? And, you know, to what extent they just introduced a new, different system of ruling.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And those moral ambiguities were really important to us when we were creating this story.
Evet. Vampirler iktidarı ele geçirmişler. Milletin kanını içiyorlar. Aslında gerçeklere bir gönderme
They tie
güzel var
into the
aslında.
characteristics of all the vampires we meet in the game, right? And
Tek
they
var.
do have some
Şimdikiler
really cool animations, don't they?
evet,
Yeah, of
kan
course they
emme
do.
yerine
I absolutely loved working on
insanları
those animations.
sömürüyorlar.
Right.
You know, like we actually used one of the former UFC champions because we were looking for an actor who would be perfect for Bakir, the big guy, the big boss who is so big, but he's also agile and quick. So, you know, this guy was perfect. And, you know, he's also a gamer. So
Bekir miymiş?
he
O
was just
kimmiş?
a perfect match.
Right.
He understood the character and he also understood the gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really awesome when those things work together when creating a game. And it's not only about those special abilities, but also about combos, finishers, and everything that makes combat look really dynamic. And it's especially important when it comes to Cohen and his, you know, dual nature.
Oh yeah, of course. Cohen was the most important character in the game, obviously. So
Obviously.
we wanted to make him amazing, right?
Yeah.
And he was a challenge. Like, you know, he is at the beginning of his story. and he is just learning everything. He's not a sword master, or he is also not a seasoned vampire. So we did want to show a little bit of uncertainty in his moves and things like this. Then you start discovering some really cool moves, some combos, and you can start using the claws. You can bite people. How awesome is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all what the gaming is about, right? And it's also about creating a world that is both unique and characteristic, but also feel like it could exist just beside you.
Koen aslında diyor sıradan bir insan. Oyuna başladığında hiçbir yeteneği, bir kabiliyeti olmayan birisi ve vampire dönüştükten sonra diyor aslında onu biz geliştireceğiz. Hem kılıç kullanmada olsun, hem vampir yeteneklerinde olsun.
When we're creating that world of our game, we really wanted to make it feel alive and interesting by adding a lot of detail. So when you go through the village, you might see a lot of people just sitting in front of their houses and doing some jobs and work.
Yine bir demir döven adam. Bu aralar her oyunda görüyorum. Kingdom Come. Sağ olsun her oyuna bir demirci.
Sometimes you might see
demir
things
döven
like
usta
a guy
oyunayı
hammering something and
viral
he'll
yaptı.
accidentally hit his fingers or something. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, those details work really nicely with the environmental storytelling.
Yeah.
And, you know, when the players explore the valley, they will find things like letters, like notes, and other traces of things that transpired in the area before Cohen makes his appearance.
Yeah.
We invite our players to look into every nook and cranny of the map, because they will certainly find things like, you know, some small stories, items, or notes left by people who once lived there.
Yeah. Yeah, there are those echoes of the past pretty much everywhere in the world. It's awesome. And I think that the world also reacts to Cohen, reacts to the player. Sometimes you just walking through the world, you might see people being captured by vampires and some prisoners going around, and you can attack the vampires and free those prisoners. I think that's awesome, and those actions will have consequences.
I totally agree. I mean, it's all about, you know, choices and consequences, right?
Yeah.
The simplest example of that would be if a player kills a blacksmith in a village. So the forge, of course, becomes closed, and Cohen has to take his business elsewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like imitating the real world, where all the things that you do will have consequences.
Yaşayan dünya.
Yeah. And, you know,
Herkes bunu yapmaya çalışıyor da işte sözde uygulama bir olmuyor.
Belsangora is beautiful,
Şu an
but it can also be quite
anlatılanlar
unforgiving.
Yeah, I think this is what
hoş
I
ama
like the most in our game. That
oyun
there's this
çıkınca anlayacağız
great
bazı
contrast. Like on one hand, you have
Ama daha
this
bak bilmiyorum ya. Tam hazır
amazing,
değil gibi oyun
beautiful,
ya.
serene world, and on the other hand, there's this really strong, tough story. There are tough decisions and dark themes, and I think this is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Allah bu kışa oyunlar iyi birikiyor. Eylül'de bunlar, Kasım'da GTA, Aralık Ocak gibi de Metro 2039. Hadi GTA'yı zaten biz alamayacağız. PlayStation'ımız yok. Ama şu an Crimson Desert'la idare ediyoruz. Wall alırken. Ah Black State, neredesin Black State? Kadir abi neredesin? Ömer abi. Artık yeter bir şeyler yapın. Tam aslında şöyle Eylül'e ya da Ağustos'a bir çaksalar iyi olur ama.
It's important to make sure that the open
Ama
world
zor
never
ya.
feels
Kadir
empty.
abi herhalde bu yılı
Every area,
tamamlayacaklar.
every village, every
Anca
forest should feel like it
2027'nin
has life,
Şubat'tan
purpose and
sonra
something to
Mart
discover,
gibi
right?
Mart.
The world should feel rich and believable, full of people, animals, monsters and secrets, but never overwhelming.
I specifically remember the first time I went up to the mountains in our game, and I saw the Uriashi village. It really felt like a completely different place than Belsangora. So close and yet so far away. So familiar, but also so different. And then it started snowing.
And that's another element of creating the real world. The weather, like rain, fog, or as you mentioned, snow.
Yeah. Even though the time of day doesn't move until you make some certain actions, there is still an active weather system.
And the sounds. The waterfall hitting rocks, singing birds, rustle of the forest.
It all matters for how you experience the world and for it not to feel like it's standing still.
Speaking of time,
It's been a hot topic since day one, right?
it has, so it's important to highlight that it's not a real time. It's not a timer or ticking clock. It's not meant to frustrate or rush you. In our game, you can still freely explore the world, fight, analyze your build, and talk with random villagers. And time doesn't move.
Like already said, in order to move time in a game, you have to reach a certain point of the quest or choose a certain dialogue option. You will always have an indicator of what actions are gonna actually move time and by how much.
It's like a resource you can either pay attention to,
Oyunda belli görevleri yaptığınızda zaman ilerliyormuş. Yani biriyle gidip konuşma yahut olduğun yerde beklersen zaman
It's a
akmıyor.
resource, a framing device for the narrative and gameplay elements. You already know that Cohen's family has been kidnapped by Francis, and Cohen will have only 30 days to save them. But after that, the game won't end. Just the circumstances will change.
And that's where the world itself comes into play.
Aa, 30 gün sonra oyun bitmiyor. Oyun değişiyor. Ay bak bunu beklemiyordum ha. Peki ben şimdi V moddan açsam ölümsüzlüğü, oyunun ilk dakikasına gitsem, tek atsam Brens'te ne olacak? Bu da bir.
We talked about the weather effects and look at all that snow. But let's not get distracted and talk
Oyunun
about
da
the
rengin 5'te
narrative.
geliştiriliyor ama yüksek
Of course,
ihtimalle
many
Nanite
quests and
Lumen
events
kullanmıyor.
aren't just mechanical tasks. They all tell the story. We design the world, so exploration, interactions, and activities all add to the narrative.
Yes, and as players explore, they don't just get to see the world, right? They get to live its stories. And that's when we can finally talk about our newest trailer. It's largely built from these cinematic moments that highlight key story beats and the emotions we want players to feel.
It reveals bonds and conflicts with our allies, betrayals, sorrow, romances, and all the hard decisions affecting Cohen and his family. I do think they play a lot with our emotions, don't they?
And that's what we are striving for, right? This trailer is really unique because this time it's not only about Cohen. We get to meet his family, potential allies, and other secondary characters for the very first time. And we learn some about their motivations and agendas.
We meet Cohen's family in idyllic, happy scenes. Cohen's love for them is clear, and each member of the family is unique. Lunka, the younger sister, whom he protects, Mirto, the younger brother,
Lunka'ya bak,
still
fragmandan
learning
çok
about the
farklı.
world, and Yanna, older sister. But there is hidden darkness lurking beneath.
Oh yes, poverty, illness, and other heavy emotions emerge. Esme, mother of Cohen, is struggling from trauma and fear of the vampires. There is also Pieter, who's Cohen's father, basically tries really hard to keep this family together. But he also sometimes feels really
Cohen'in
helpless.
ailesinin bu kadar farkı ne ki?
Can't be easy for
Öldürmüyorlar
Cohen.
da. Tutsak yapıyorlar.
Cohen's world, it's not only shaped by his family, but also by the people around him. Workers, miners, and neighbors, they all create a community that is the backbone of life in Vale Sangora.
Exactly. For example, there's Anka, who may be more than just a village healer. She is mysterious and resourceful, and comes with knowledge of herbs and magic that
Lan orada bizi
eventually
öpüyor
Cohen comes
muymuş?
to rely
Ben
on.
ısırıyor zannettim.
But she also hides her secrets.
And there is Marat, rebellion leader. He has strong moral compass, and he truly believes that the princess's rule must end.
Yüksek
But he's
ihtimalle
not
bu
certain
Asyalı
if
olan bize
alternatives
kılıç
will be better.
dövüşünde
At some point of
geliştirecek.
the trailer, you can
Diğeri
also
de
see Laka, who has
büyü
her own
işlerinde,
mission and personal goal,
vampir işlerinde
which
bizi
takes
geliştirecek.
precedence over anything else in her life.
Bu da
And that often puts her at odds with others.
There are a lot of
farklı
amazing
bir
characters
Bu
waiting
da
for
belki
Cohen
vampir
along his
yeteneklerimizi mi
journey.
geliştirecek?
Agreed. Each of these characters has their own motivations, story, and impact on Cohen's journey. They are not just side characters or companions. They shape the world around Cohen and make it feel alive, reactive, and deeply connected.
Their fate, and also Cohen's fate, and how he will shape as a person, heavily depends on the players.
Oh yes, I cannot wait for the players to experience all the difficult choices for themselves. The bonds, the conflicts, every encounter and every decision matters.
And it's a world that stays with you.
Yeah, a story of family, loyalty, rebellion, and the cost of the choices we make.
Şov bunlar ya. Hep şov. Şimdi müzik işine mi geçtik? Büyük bir ekip olmalarına rağmen gayet iyi organizeler. Ya iyi bir yatırım almışlar ya da oyundan beklenti yüksek galiba. Genelde böyle küçük çaplı indie stüdyolar bu kadar organize, tertipli iş yapmazlar gibime geliyor. Tamam bir geçmişleri var, oyun yapımı bilgileri var da.
And where do we begin? It has to be with that music.
It is a bit different, right?
It is so much energy in that track. Wow. And a load of cool insights as well. We learned a couple of different character names. They've been revealed. We know Mirto, Anka, Lakra, and now Mara too.
Yes, the most vigilant of you might already know some of these names. I teased them on our Reddit and Discord. Like Coin siblings, Mirto, Yanna, and Lunka, of course. Everyone knows Lunka. Anka and Lakra from our January teaser. And yes, Marat is the new one. He's the leader of the rebellion, and you could notice him in the trailer too.
Yeah, I saw him in the trailer, but I saw a few other characters as well that I don't think I recognized.
No, but you will not know more about them because I cannot share too much to not spoil anything. You'll need to meet the others in the game in September the 3rd.
September the 3rd, okay, got it. I'll wait till then. But if I'm not mistaken, the pre-order should be launched any time now.
I think we might be already live.
Well, what a perfect time for us to look at the different editions of the game, starting off with the digital editions.
There is two of them, the Standard Edition and the Eclipse Edition, which comes with a digital world compendium, a digital comic book, and a digital soundtrack.
And we also have the physical editions as well.
Yes,
money.
First print of the Standard Edition, we're calling it the Day 1 edition, will additionally include a steelbook and a map of Vesangora. It will be available at retail worldwide, both for pre-orders and for the release while supplies last. Just please make sure to check the product description on your retailer's store page to confirm the included items, as their availability may vary by region.
Really exciting to get more than just a disc in a physical edition. I do love a game map. But next up, we have that collector's edition, and this one has a lot in it. It deserves its own introduction.
Peggy 18.
18. Oyunun siparişi başlıyor. Bohen figür. Yaratıklar, karakterler. Dünya haritası. PlayStation, Xbox. Şu anda satın almadır.
Awesome. Let's break down what we just saw there.
Okay, so in addition to the standard Day 1 content, so the steelbook, the map of Vesangora, and the game, of course, you will also get a code to redeem the digital Eclipse edition, which comes with the digital soundtrack, digital comic book, and digital World Compendium, as well as a physical edition of the World Compendium and our special coin figurine. all of it packed in an amazing box that you can see on the screen. It will be available in the Bandai Namco stores and selected retailers.
It's really cool. Everything from the other editions and more. It's just what you want from a collector's edition.
Yes.
I need it just for that statue, let's be honest.
I know, right? Shout out to all of the talented people working on all of the editions, to be honest. And one more thing, as a small thank you to those of you who decide to show their support by pre-ordering the game, you will receive a code for an early unlock of this Sangoran Wafers armor set for Koen. But worry not, if you don't pre-order, you will still be able to find this armor set later in the game.
Oh, I'm glad you can still find it later in the game as well. That's really cool. We still have that behind-the-scenes video waiting for you all, so do stick around to the end to check that. But that is it from us in the studio today. Don't forget, you can still hear more about the Blood of Dawnwalker on all of our official social media channels.
Yes, follow us if you'd like to stay up to date with the Blood of Dawnwalker. And remember, you can pre-order the game already on Steam, PlayStation Store, and Xbox Store. It's coming out on September 3rd.
It is indeed. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Stay safe, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Kendinize iyi bakın. Behind the moment.
My name is Maciej Kwiatkowski and I'm a motion capture performer, stuntman and action designer. In the Blood of Dawnwalker, I was responsible for creating fight choreography and performance. I've been doing this for more than 20 years now, but this project was different. So first we need to understand the system, and then we create fitting choreography, and then we take care of the visual aspects. The main task and the biggest challenge is to find this balance between those two.
My name is Jan Błachowicz. I'm MMA fighter, professional fighter. Former UFC champion. In the Blood of Dawnwalker, I play Bakir, vampire boss. Why I decided to be part of this project? Because I'm a gamer. I love games. New adventure for me, new experience, so my dreams come true. And that was like easy
Adamın hem yeteneklerinden faydalanırlar hem de adamın karakter
I was
verirler.
excited about the story, what's gonna happen, about the hero, about the gameplay, you know, everything is that's gonna be something new. Working with Maciek, you know, he's one of the best in the world. He tell me what to do, how to do it. Very nice. I can work with people like him every day.
Our approach to human fighting style was more grounded, I would say. Basically, as a human would use the sword. So when the night comes and Koen turns into a vampire, we can introduce his superhuman strength, his superhuman speed. It all is visible in his fighting style.
Bakir fighting style is, I like it because I'm similar to him, you know. My style is very simple, but very good in fight. My first reaction when I see him, that he's big, strong, but he's not so handsome like me. That was my first reaction. But I said, okay, I can play him. Don't worry.
We work very closely with the dev team. It's a constant back and forth between design, choreography, and then the performance, because they're, you know, one thing influences another. Vampire combat is more over the top.
Boca olan bundan baş etmez bu. Vampir bosslar da bizim kanımızı içebilecek mi?
So overcoming the challenges. This project was particularly challenging because of the combat system, and we wanted to find this perfect balance between immersive and responsive combat and visually engaging moves. but once we did it, we were absolutely blown away by the effect.
I don't think that I use any Bakir moves. He used mine. People gonna like him and fear him, and I hope so. Then I'm gonna kill every player, even minimum 5 times.
I just can't wait to see players' reactions, but I'm pretty sure they will love it.
They're gonna have amazing adventure to play this game. See you in the game. Fear Bakir because that's me.
Dikkat. Ve 3 Eylül 2026'da geliyor. Ama daha oyunun grafiklerine biraz daha abanmanız lazım baba. Çünkü biraz daha istiyor gibi. Ben buradan öteler artık bildiğimiz şeyler. Ben beğendim. İnşallah güzel bir şey çıkar. Eylül'de GTA'ya da 2 ay var eğer ertelenme olmazsa. Onun gölgesinde kalabilir. Ama şu var. Gerçi yok. Bu da PC'ye, PlayStation'a o da çıkacak. Her türlü GTA pezevengi çıkacaksa eğer kesin. Zaten tüm interneti domine ederler. Bakalım. İnşallah güzel bir şey olur. Bunlar için de. Hem bunların da yeni oyunu. Ama bu kış, baba bu kış iyi bir kış olacaktır. Başımıza taş yağmaz inşallah. Bunlar, GTA, Metro, bir Black State yok. Neredeyse herhalde Kadir abi girip pusuya yattılar. Bekliyorlar kışı. GTA çıkarsa aradan bir 3-5 ay 6 ay sonra GTA'nın biraz suyu durulur. Black State'i çakarlar gibime geliyor. Şu an için bir şey olsaydı söylerlerdi yüksek ihtimal. Çünkü kimseden ses soluk yok. Black State 2027. Yüksek ihtimal görünüyor. Evet dostlar, bir sonraki inceleme, trailer, tepki videosunda görüşmek dileğiyle. Kendinize cici bakın. Vampir kalın.